Oh yeah, the spring has been great. It's been a lot of competition. We got great guys on both sides of the ball, so it's been good. It's just been fun to get out here and just play with all the guys.
Are you competing out there with the expectation that you could win this job come the fall?
I'm just going out every day, just trying to get better. It's not. I'm not thinking about all that stuff. Just trying to get better each and every day. Just trying to be the best teammate I can, and that's about it.
How valuable are these reps for you? Getting in there, you're getting a lot of them.
All right, it's been big because I'm a guy that has to go out there and do things. So getting all these reps has just been it's been helping me learn the offense and just see different looks to everything I'm doing and just coming up with ways just to play faster and things like that.
What's the transition been like from high school to college, athletically, but also academically, socially, all that?
Yeah, it's been. I wouldn't say it's been hard. It's been good. I would just say like managing time. I feel like you got a little more time because I'm not in school for 8 hours of the day and then I got practice the next 2. So I have a little more time. But it's been a good transition. It's all about business. So.
What really stood out to you about Auburn and the staff, during your recruitment?
I just think they're all great people. A lot of people say that the school is going to change when you get here, but I feel like the people haven't changed at all. They're the same people that recruited me, and that's what I love about them. So.
You and Alvin, a bunch of these guys got really close here in the process, and I see you guys all the time together. How important has that been to have that bond and have those guys here this spring?
Oh yeah, most definitely. So we got a lot of the freshman class here early. Let's just build team chemistry. We're gonna play faster together. And if you like the guys you're playing with, you're gonna want to play for them. You're gonna want to play with them, but you're gonna play harder for them.
What's your evaluation of the receivers you're working with?
They different. That's all I got to say. The receiver room. Those guys different. They make it easy. You just get the ball to them. I could throw a little screen to them guys. That's 60 passing yards for me that quick. So I love playing with those guys. They're different.
That group of receivers, did that play a role in choosing on?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. You always want to go somewhere where you're gonna have guys to get the ball to, weapons to hand it off, guys up front to block for you. We got all those guys. I feel like so. That definitely played a role in me coming here.
What's it been like working with Jackson in that quarterback room and learning from him?
It's been great. Jackson, he's super smart. I feel like he's another coach on the field for me. I call Jackson late at night if we just looking over a script or something, ask him a question. He'll have an answer for me. So it's like another coach on the field. And then he's just a cool guy. Jackson playing around a lot. He's something similar like me.
I'm super excited. I'm so pumped to finally get back on the practice field, get back to doing what I love. Just being around the guys, it's been a blast, just getting back for spring practice and just, all that hard work and all of the time that we spent trying to figure everything out. Now it's finally paying off and getting to see the fruit from everything that we've been going through. So it's awesome to finally get back out there.
Did you have a point where you were scared you weren't going to be able to kick again?
Yeah, I think at the end of last season, I feel like the whole time I was really trying to get healthy to play football. And finally, towards the end of last season, finally just said I just need to focus on my health. And so really that point was probably the first one when I thought, this isn't about football anymore. It's really more about the bigger problem, which is my health. But still, I never thought that I wouldn't play football again. And always in the back of my mind, I thought I would still play. So, yeah.
Just the frustrating part of it for you when you kind of start working, gain weight again, and it was at Kentucky last year where you kind of start when that moment arrives.
Yeah.
Was that the most frustrating part? That it kind of like, man, I thought I had it done. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you said, I thought I had it figured out. We thought we had it figured out, and I started losing weight probably that week, and I ended up playing that game probably at 135 pounds. I probably lost 10, 15 pounds that week, and it was just frustrating, to think you had it figured out, and the medicine stopped working, and it was just unfortunate, really. But feeling great now, got it figured out, so I'm ready.
What was the lowest weight you were at?
I got down to 110 pounds. Yeah, that was I did that twice actually. Once when they're in the summer, and then right before I had surgery, I was back down to 110 pounds again.
And what's a good weight, do you think, for you?
I think like 165. I want to be 170. I'm 160 right now. So I've pretty much gained the majority of my weight, if not all of it, back so far, and see if I can keep getting a little bigger. Like that.
How do you feel you are as far as coming along, being able to kick?
Yeah, it's been great. The progression to get the strength back's been going great. I feel like I'm pretty much back to full strength, I'd say. I'd say I'm probably like 90% right now, probably full strength, but accuracy-wise and op times and everything's pretty much the same. I'd say the only thing we're waiting on now is just the repetition of kicking. You get your strength back pretty much. So we're close, yeah.
When you came back briefly to that Kentucky game, about what percentage would you say you were probably at that time?
So right before that game, like the week before, I was feeling great. I was probably like 80%, feeling great. And then that week, it really hit me hard. So, I might have been 65. Probably shouldn't played in that game, looking back. But I'm glad I got in the game and got to play. But looking back, probably shouldn't have. But it was a lot of fun to get to do that.
It's been awesome. I love Auburn. It's great weather all the time. Oklahoma's very windy, especially this time of the year. So it's been nice to punt in some better weather, to be honest. But yeah, all the coaches, everyone's been super friendly. It's been a great transition for me. Everyone's actually made it pretty seamless for me, to be honest. Obviously, I didn't really know anyone from here, and obviously Coach Burns leaving as well. The one person I did know wasn't here, so yeah, it was an interesting sort of process for me, but I've loved every minute of it.
How did you get on Auburn? How did you kind of catch on?
So I entered the portal. I sort of thought that there might be some good opportunities out there for me to come play, hopefully in the SEC. And Coach Burns reached out probably less than 3 hours after entering the portal. He must have been sitting there refreshing his page, I reckon. So, and then it was a pretty quick transition into a visit. I think a week or two later, and then once I visited here, I knew that I wanted to come here. It was I like the smallish town vibe. I'm from a town of like 2,000 people, so it's not like that small, but it's a smaller town. I didn't want to go to a big city or anything, so I loved it.
Auburn had a good record with Aussie.
Yeah. Yeah, and Oscar was a big help in helping me make my decision. I met him on the visit, and I'd talked to him a little bit on social media and stuff like that. So it's good having those connections with other Aussies across. You're always talking to other Aussies from other schools and stuff, and talking about their experiences, because it's amazing how different your experiences can be from the West Coast to the East Coast to the South. And so yeah, I've got a mate at Oregon right now. I've got a mate at Miami. Yeah, it was good to have Oscar in my corner to sort of ask a few questions to. He was a bit of a sounding board for me.
What do you feel like your strengths are as a punter?
My strengths are definitely controlling the location of my punts and being consistent. I like to pride myself on, without boring you guys too much with punting stuff, but the op time and everything of being able to get off, because there's some big blokes coming at you, especially in the SEC. They're going to be coming after me, so I've got to get rid of that ball before I get flattened. But that's really been the big thing for me, is that I've just been able to be, so far in my career, quite consistent, and I'm looking to keep improving on that every day.
You enjoying your video series that you're doing?
Yeah, it's fun. I sort of had no idea. I was a bit of like a deer in the headlights in the first one, because I didn't really know. There's a bunch of camera angles and stuff. We did a little bit of it at Oklahoma State, but it wasn't with the school. It was just like independently. And then the media guys here, they were like, the fans would probably enjoy something like that. And then, it just sort of snowballed from there, and we've been able to have some good guests on there. There's some big ones coming up, so
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. I think we've got Jackson Arnold on in a couple of weeks, so I'm excited for everyone to see that.
Was it a fairly quick process of choosing Auburn? I feel like when you came on visit.
Yeah, I signed like the day after my visit. So, as I said, when I came here, I was like, this place is great. There's nothing that I couldn't fault it in any way. Really enjoyed meeting Freeze and all the other coaches, and Paxton Montgomery was a really big support in trying to. He's a special teams analyst, and him and Burns, we all got along really well. And my brother came over for it, and we just felt like it was going to be the best fit for me. There were some other schools up there, but I was pretty sold once I'd been here that this is where I wanted to come.
It's really been a great transition, honestly. You know, from the weight room to the field, I learned so much just in the couple of months that I was here. It's been really smooth for me. You know, everyone around here is making it easier for me.
What's the competition been like? I mean, obviously it's a lot of guys in that defensive background. What's the competition been like in spring?
It's always going to be competitive. You know, everyone in there is really competitive. You know, as a person, and we always come in there to compete, give our best foot forward every play, every practice. And I mean, it's a brotherhood though. At the same time, you know, we push each other, and it's always going to be a good vibe in there.
What about Auburn was it that stood out to you out of the portal?
The tradition, the people, the coaching, you know, and I seen what they were trying to, you know, flip to be. You know, they were trying to be an SEC powerhouse, and this is something I wanted to be a part of.
Just talking about playing for Coach Crown, what's that like?
It's unique. You know, you don't really get coaching like that a lot, you know, as far as, you know, how good of a coach he is and how much he'll embrace you and tell you and lift you up as he's coaching you. You know, like getting coached by Coach Crown is definitely a great experience, something I've been, like, loving, you know, and something I probably really needed in my career.
Raion, just talk about the challenge of moving into the SEC. There's a lot of talented receivers, a lot of fast receivers. What's sort of your expectation? What are you looking forward to seeing how you match up?
I plan to win everything, but, you know, the SEC is definitely, like, our receivers here just alone, like, we got a group of great guys, like a group of big physical guys and go get the ball, so you really can't take a play off, and it's really made me better since I've been here. But as far as matchups, I got me every time.
Do you bring a chip on your shoulder a little bit when you go from where you came from to going to the SEC? Is it you feel like something to prove?
Definitely. It's something to prove to myself more than, like, you know, prove to the people, you know, because I know what I could do. Now it's time to prove it.
Which one of the guys here gives you the most fits when you're trying to shut him down, receiver-wise?
Ooh, Cam Coleman, I would say. Cam Coleman, he's a receiver that can go get the ball. He has tremendous catch radius. It's like some of the catches you don't think he's going to grab, he does. And then, like, you know, when you think he's not open, he creates his separation. He's a really good receiver, and, like, how young he is, he has a high ceiling.
Talk to me about getting recruited out of high school and going to Miami. Just you know what you are.
Yeah.
You kind of feel like you had bigger things in mind eventually.
You know, coming out of high school, you know, not being recruited as high as I really wanted to be, it definitely left a chip on my shoulder just going into Miami, knowing, like, all right, this is where I want to be, this is who wanted me, and this is where I'm going to go play at. I really wasn't thinking about the transfer portal when I was there, though. You know, I was just working and grinding, just trying to make plays. And then when it was presented to me an opportunity like this, I took it.
How much fun has this spring been for you to transition to tight end?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, I've had a great time with it. It's given me a chance to, you know, have some fun with it, challenge myself in ways that haven't really been challenged before. You know, learning how to be a receiver as well as a blocker. It's definitely an adjustment, but I've had a lot of fun with it, and feel like I'm getting better at it. So it's been awesome.
Who's been the main guy teaching you the ropes?
The ropes? I mean, they all have. I mean, all of those guys have been playing tight end for a long time, so they can all kind of give me a pointer here, a pointer there. But, you know, I'm really, really good, close friends with Brandon Frazier, obviously, and so I talk to him all the time. He just kind of giving me things that he knows that can help me when I go out there and do my thing. So he's been awesome. But everyone's been awesome.
Route running, the most difficult part?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, ROAs are one thing, but then when you go out there and you're doing it against an actual nickel, an actual linebacker, safety, whatever it may be, that's not trying to not let you catch the ball. It's definitely different. But, yeah, it's been fun, though. It's been fun to learn that. I've never kind of dove into that aspect of football. I was usually an in-the-box guy, just studying the box. But kind of learning coverage structures and all that has been awesome.
Brandon said because of your past, though, you've been really beneficial to those guys of helping them understand blocking schemes and all those things. Has that been a fun part of you to be another coach in that area?
Yeah, I mean, I like to help out any way I can, and especially these young guys, you know, learning what's going on in the box. You know, if the O-line's doing something, you know, Coach Ben might ask me in the meeting room, you know, what's the O-line doing here? What call did they make here? And I'm able to kind of explain to them what's going on from the O-line standpoint, and that just kind of helps everyone know what they're going to do, you know, when they get up there. So it's been cool to kind of be an extension of the O-line room and the tight end room.
Just to have an opportunity to kind of carve out a role for this team.
For sure.
A lot of players said, hey, man, that they've been impressed by that side of you.
Mhm.
Is it just, hey, doing whatever you can to help the team win? Is that kind of the mindset for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I spent 5 years here grinding to be the best O-lineman I could be, and I don't have any regrets about what I did in the O-line room. But, you know, it's like I said, it's been real exciting just to step into this new role and figure out other ways I can help this team, you know, get to a playoff, win a national championship, which I think this team is perfectly capable of doing. We're so talented across the board. So, yeah, for me, just getting that new chance to really contribute, really help this team, help this university that I love, that's been awesome.